And therefore, what is really happening now is that we are seeing even the New Patriotic Party coming to the table and saying, say, Jan Mensa, enough is enough. Now, I know that this will come as a shock to a lot of people. After the December 7th elections, we saw, the seat at the National Democratic Congress, it was declared that they won. We realized, most of these seats now are being recollated, and as the figures are being done again, and all of these seats, for somehow, it is going in favor of the New Patriotic Party. But then the National Democratic Congress is saying, CI 127, it states that you can't do any recollation if the results have been declared. You can only go to court and seek redress, and I say take your matter to court and let the court decide. Now, that being said, one other issue currently, how Jan Mensa in the EC board, they were not so fast to declare the results. Even John Dramani Mahama knew ahead, said we win, okay? And someone, another opponent, Dr. Baumia, even came and declared, say, okay, I've lost the election. He gave a concession speech. As I said, in all of these things, Jan Mensa was still collating. Into said you, Katensis Bebe Jan Mensa, and only God knew what would have happened if Baumia said he had not lost the election, and then he was waiting for Jan Mensa. What is going on, this whole recollation, we can't even anticipate. Yeah, that's already Asante Memu. What is really coming in airport say they are sick and tired of this bullshit, and this is what they are saying. They want Jan Mensa out. Now, look at this thing on the screens. Election 2024 calls for Jan Mensa resignation heightened in Ashanti region. Now, they spoke to a lot of people. That is why we are putting this on the screen to let you know what they said and how even some people in the New Patriotic Party says that, hey, you lose the election, okay? This is not the first time we lost election. We win some, we lose some. But then this one is doing something which is like shady or whatever it is. For some reason, obi owe lose biano or winning again. And the people in Ashanti region are pissed off. I'll be putting more of these on the screen. But then let's start with this particular one because it is very condensing. Look at what we are putting on the screens. Or say, as Ghana prepares to swear in President-elect John Dramani Mahama, tensions are rising in the Ashanti region amid the calls for resignation of Jan Mensa, chairperson of the Electoral Commission (EC). So now you hear say this report in air say tensions Ashanti region, and people are saying say they want her out. Look at the next part. Say these demands comes in wake of allegations of electoral misconduct that have shaken confidence in the democratic process. So now they are saying so the reason why they want Jan Mensa out is because of the conduct, and how grossly incompetent she is, the delaying, the recollation, a whole lot of things which is not good. At the end of the day, our party say it is shaking the confidence of Ghana's democratic process. The December 7th elections, initially lauded for peaceful conduct, saw a historic victory for President-elect John Dramani Mahama and significant wins for the National Democratic Congress, the NDC parliamentary candidate. However, recent accusations against Jan Mensa have cast a shadow over the election's integrity. She is alleged to have attempted to alter parliamentary election results in favor of certain defeated candidate, prompting widespread outrage. So, Papa and someone can let's take him on. I'm not saying any of these things. This is a report from people in the Ashanti region, people who are diehard New Patriotic Party members, and saying, see, we lost. But what is going on? Because that is what is going to give the National Democratic Congress says, okay, and you be east so near the own ECC. So, and what we'll have is anytime your political party be a bar or the own electoral commission member, which is setting a very bad precedent. Now, this is just a tip of the iceberg because there is more. Now, look at this, okay? Or say, public discontent has surged, with many describing Mensa's alleged actions as betrayal of Ghana's democratic values. Critics argue that Jan Mensa's alleged actions jeopardize the credibility of the Electoral Commission and risks eroding public trust in future elections. So now they are telling us that Jan Mensa, it is so severe. Say in the future elections, we wouldn't trust the EC again, and which most of us we don't. The situation has intensified calls for accountability and transparency within the electoral process, with many urging government leaders to address the issue before it escalates further. So now, no, they are saying it's the people in government. Let this woman address the issue. Perhaps let her resign because she's maybe incompetent. And yes, maybe she's incompetent or incompetent, but whatever is going on, now the people, even in the New Patriotic Party, are even urging people in government, their own government, say, it's as simple as that. So the MPP back power and MPP we need elections. NDC need be and cancel this election and yet genuine. So the tension is particularly concerning as the country approaches January 7th swearing-in ceremony for new members of parliament and president. Many fear that unresolved controversies could disrupt the peaceful transition of power, which has been a hallmark of Ghana's democracy. So now they are saying, say Ghana, Mahama swearing-in, these kind of things are hurtling around us. It is really showing a very bad precedent, and at the end of the day, we are not safe. Now, this is not just all. Look at this too. The tension is particularly concerned as a country. I've read that. I see in interviews conducted by this correspondent in some areas in the Ashanti region. You recall saying all these while when I was speaking, I was making reference to Ashanti region. Mika say me making reference to Ashanti because Ashanti region and in interviews conducted by this correspondent any pan or the interview in piece by or modern Ghana or see in interviews conducted by this correspondent in some areas in Ashanti region including Kumasi, Thepa, Offenso, Akumadan and Obuasi, residents express anger, frustration. Many have called on outgoing President Nana Akufo-Addo to act decisively against what they see as a constitutional blunder by the EC chair. So now you see people in even the Ashanti region are saying, hey, we don't trust this woman. This is a person we don't like how she works. She lacks everything. She's basically incompetent. And they are calling on their own party leader, Akufo-Addo, to take action or do something about this. Because according to them, this is a constitutional blunder. Basically, eroding the constitution and now perhaps, the faith we have in the constitution and democracy in Ghana. Also, one resident, from Obuasi lamented, how can EC officials, security personnel, and party representatives witness the election at polling stations only for the EC chair to change the results later? This is clear attempt to undermine our democracy. I'm not saying this. Listen, Nipan Air Kase, Eban is saying, elections. Elections here, EC officials, security personnel, a soldier for polling agents, Obia, you say, hey, a ban on Kofono or Mukaso may win, and I want more Mukasa, we move anyway, moving, or man can ye, and I, if they say, they did it by under force, and then Kofobi Shomo, it's a wrong. How? And people even in Kumasi are saying, this is pure nuts. It doesn't make sense because at the end of the day, you should say this is a clear attempt to undermine our democracy. I'm not saying this if you go read them yourself. Now that is not all. Listen to this. Kufour Petition, a resident of Ashanti Bekwa, urged calm but emphasized the need for justice. Ghana has enjoyed peace throughout the elections, and we must maintain that to build our economy. Favoring one candidate through dubious means will only lead to division and unrest. The president must act swiftly to ensure fairness. So basically, I'm forecasting a recollection MPP phone. Is this the first time in Ghana's history a New Patriotic Party and a particular political party elusu bebresa? NDC have also lost before. So what is this thing saying? The results now, why a recollection for some mysterious reason, all of it is going for the New Patriotic Party. And today I saw a certain piece in Ghana where somebody was asking, say, there were a lot of disputed results. And this they are disputing these results. Say the EC people were forced to declare the MPP as winners. At the internal EC no one take charge and I won't take account of those cases. Now quite a one-sided phone as a opinion a person or you favor a particular challenge. This be bad. And now, come on, as a Trini na daho. And people, even in the Ashanti region, in the New Patriotic Party, are saying, say, let's call this whole thing too shady for us. More updated, brace him.